The day it happened, I couldn't sleep. The screams in my head wouldn't stop. Blessing was the orange seller in our village. Every day, she stood by the dusty road, balancing her tray of bright, juicy oranges on her head. She was kind and always smiled at everyone. But lately, her smile was different, small and shaky, like she was hiding something. That evening, the sun was sinking low, and I was coming back from the stream with a bucket of water. I saw Blessing walking fast, her tray on her head, when her uncle, Chief Okafor, called after her. "Blessing," he barked. Chief Okafor was the kind of man everyone feared. He was rich, with a big house and many wives, but there was something dark about him. His eyes always seemed to linger too long on the wrong things. "Uncle, I need to go home," Blessing said, her voice trembling. He grabbed her arm roughly, ignoring her words. "Follow me," he ordered, his voice low but firm. My chest tightened as I watched from behind the bushes. Something felt wrong. Blessing looked scared, her eyes darting around like she wanted to run. He pulled her toward the old abandoned hut near the market. I knew that place, nobody went there anymore. I crept closer, hiding in the tall grass. My heart pounded so loudly I thought they might hear it. Inside the hut, I heard Blessing's muffled cries. "Please, uncle. Please, stop," she begged. But Chief Okafor didn't stop. Tears filled my eyes as I stayed frozen, too scared to move. I wanted to scream, but what could I do? He was a powerful man, and I was just a kid. When he finally came out of the hut, his face was calm, as if nothing had happened. Blessing stayed inside, curled up on the floor. Her tray was broken, and oranges were scattered everywhere. After Chief Okafor left, I ran into the hut. "Blessing," I whispered, kneeling beside her. She didn't look at me. Her face was wet with tears, and she was shaking. "I'll get help," I said, my voice shaking too. I ran as fast as I could to the village square, where some of the youth were gathered. My voice trembled as I told them everything I saw. At first, they stared at me in silence. Nobody wanted to believe that Chief Okafor, a man of such power, could do something so terrible. But when they went to the hut and saw Blessing, bruised and broken, the truth was clear. The news spread quickly through the village. People were angry. Mothers cried, and fathers clenched their fists. The village youth, led by Chokuma, the blacksmith's son, stormed Chief Okafor's house. They dragged him out into the open, ignoring his threats and protests. "You have shamed us," one of the elders shouted. "You are a curse to this village." The elders held a meeting that same night. They decided that Chief Okafor would be banished to the evil forest, a place where no one dared to go. It was said that spirits lived there, punishing anyone who entered. The next morning, the youth tied Chief Okafor's hands and marched him to the edge of the forest. He begged and pleaded, but no one listened. They left him there, his cries swallowed by the dark trees. Blessing didn't sell oranges again after that. Her family took her away to live with relatives in another village. But the story of what happened stayed with us. It was a reminder that no matter how powerful someone seemed, they couldn't escape justice when the whole village stood together. Even now, when I pass the old hut, I think of Blessing and how brave she was to survive what she went through. And I think of Chief Okafor, lost in the evil forest, facing the spirits that waited for him.